We're live.
Well, it's apparently a 19-second delay.
Depends on if we're on a Samsung phone, or right? An Apple product.
So Time we're here. We're live. Can you believe it? You guys got to see the Autorama show last weekend, and I've got to tell you, we've got Screamin Scott Randall here, and he saw the show, and he said he loved it. I saw the show. I love it.
I saw the show at home, sick in bed. Sick in bed. Now it's your turn because he came home with a cold. If we travel, we come home with a cold.
Right. So,
You're next.
I'm excited because we do have Screamin Scott Randall here from, you may know him from Riff. You may know him from 94.7. Give me the call numbers. WCSX. Sorry. And so he'll be joining us in just a minute. But before that, I got to spend a couple of days in Las Vegas with my mom, and I'm excited because she's coming out. She's taking a train.
I don't think I've met her briefly at the wedding, but
no, she never came to the wedding.
She wasn't at the wedding.
She won't fly.
How long does that take?
Have I met your mother?
No,
I don't think
nobody has. Everybody's all excited about meeting her.
How long does that take?
On the train, she because believe it or not, you guys, well, she leaves May 8th, and she arrives on, which is a Friday, and she arrives here Sunday. So a day and a half. But I'm going to tell you something I cannot believe. Las Vegas does not have a train station. Wow. So she has to.
Kind of weird. I mean, it's like a big stop out west. You would think that it would.
You would think, but they cut the subsidiaries or something. I don't know. So she has to go to the airport. She's got to get on a Greyhound bus. It's a luxury bus. Then they drive 2 hours to Kingman, Arizona, and that's when she gets on her train, which she got a room on with a bathroom and everything. So I'm excited for her.
I've always wanted to travel like with a whole train car and just like look out the window and nap and read and like.
I might get bored after a minute.
The only time I've ever done train
I wouldn't
was.
mind it. I'm going to take the Orient Express.
What did we do? We flew into Pisa and then did the train from Pisa to Rome when I was in college. Yeah. It's really the only train ride I've ever been on.
Well, trains overseas, their first class is not the same as the first class we have here. Sure. So my mom's going to ride in style, but she deserves it. So anyways, he's going to throw up some pictures. This is a few just clips because we're going to get into it more tomorrow because I want to reserve a lot of the time for Scott. And but these are pictures, and I'm going to show you the top right corner of this picture, or top left corner. The one 350 pound. Is that left corner? I don't know.
Yep.
Top left corner is Steve took a picture of me standing in front of Heart Attack Cafe, and it said everybody 350 pounds or more eats for free. And he took a picture of me in front of it. And I'm like,
have a scale like right inside the door? Do you have to like prove your weight?
I wasn't even going to try.
Would assume.
First of all, we took separate lifts home. No, I'm kidding.
Thanks, honey.
But it was hilarious. But you know what? I go to Las Vegas a lot, and so we'll get more into that on next week's show. But when you're downtown on Fremont Street, they have circles drawn in. Did you know that? They have circles drawn into that Fremont Street, and you can rent the circle. And so that's where you will see Chippendales, you'll see half naked women, you'll see but
for like street performers and
street performers
and stuff. Okay.
And they get very creative because it's not just what you expect, it's a lot of what you don't expect too. And I'm going to play you a video here in a minute, because there was a 10-foot gorilla who decided that they wanted to dance with this girl, and they did some dirty dancing. I'm going to tell you. So anyways, why don't we go to that and we'll bring Scott over.
All right, there we go. Thanks,
and you got it. So I'm so excited. Screamin Scott Randall.
Thank you.
I'm so excited that you took the time to come in on to TWL.
On St. Patrick's Day.
On St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
I know. I'm a little surprised that you weren't out doing something.
I was really surprised too. Same with my drug counselor. No, just kidding. Rehab.
Yeah, because I know that we were a little iffy until the day because you sometimes immediately have to report.
They told me we're gonna put you out somewhere, and then it just didn't evolve. It was okay though. But,
so you haven't been Green
No,
since 8
no.
o'clock this morning.
No, not at all. Usually and stuff, it would be like, or my band would play
Right.
somewhere. And this year, so it was just
So you get to be.
It was just
mellow.
like COVID all over again.
Right.
Nothing
So-
was on.
Yeah. It's
All
been
my
cold
friends
out
went out.
anyway. There's nothing going on
Mm.
today.
Well,
Yeah,
the
it
good
was the
thing.
coldest St. Patrick's Day in 20 years.
Yeah, it's
I didn't have
ridiculous.
the motivation to even.
You know, yesterday it was 70 and I woke up today and
Yeah.
then I'd got in the car at 17 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I want to go back to Las Vegas. So you would normally be reporting from someplace before,
Yeah.
right
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
So those of you who don't know, Screamin Scott Randall is 94.7.
Correct.
Why can't I remember the call numbers? That's
WCSX.
ridiculous. WCSX.
CSX.
It wasn't even ever really my station, and I know.
I know,
Like,
well-
it's ingrained.
Mhm.
All the Detroit call signs.
So
Mhm.
I'm telling you, the 80s were good for me, and my
Oh,
memory
yeah.
is
Mhm.
They were limited for me.
Well, memory is
Different
limited
way,
now.
They
Yeah.
were limited for me.
So you've been in radio since 83?
Actually, yeah, 83. 83 was
83.
the start. Well, if you're not counting the high school days.
Well, let's talk about high school because you
that
went
would be 1979.
1979 and you went to Cosno.
Cusno High
As,
School
Steve, the other owner here, went to Cosno. He was 2 years before you. though.
before me, but he knew my friends.
He did, and he did hear you on the radio from
Mhm.
time to time.
Monday, it was
Um,
called Monday Madness, and I had a show from 7 to 10 on Monday nights.
That's awesome.
And it
Are
was
we
just,
good on
it was
sound?
just
Okay.
amazing. It was just like this is so cool. If I knew now what I didn't know
Right.
then, I'd probably have a better show because you'd put more into it.
Right.
But it was high school radio. It was like, cool.
Yeah, it's
let
high
me
school.
play this song.
And it's in the late 70s. So it's when the dawn of a lot of music was
Mhm.
starting. And I mean, the Ramones were becoming big.
Right.
I mean, it was
Punk rock was coming on.
It was. And, and then it morphed into hair bands and the
Yeah.
rock and roll scene, even though we had rock and roll before.
And then hair to grunge.
Yeah, and to grunge. Exactly. So
Went from Aquanet to flannel shirts.
Aquanet and cigarettes to
That's
flannel
more my speed,
shirts.
is the grunge
Aquanet
on.
made a ton of money off me.
It-
back
Oh,
then.
it did me
Yeah.
too. Are you kidding?
Concrete hold number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Steve came
Big
across a
hairs.
bunch of Aquanet.
Yeah.
And we have it in the back
Some
for
in
wigs.
the back.
Yeah.
The
With
pink
like,
with the stripes.
vision,
Yep.
Yeah.
The X, like the cross.
So you went to Specs Howard,
Yes.
and
It was out of high school,
Uh-huh.
and I thought I knew everything about radio.
Mhm.
And I thought, instead of college, I could afford to go to a trade school
Right.
that specifically went towards radio. And Specs Howard was just the perfect avenue. For
I know
me.
a lot of people who went to Specs
Mhm.
Howard, and it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
It's just
already.
the times have changed.
They
you
have.
know? They still do it instructory thing at a college, I
That's
believe.
Lawrence
Through
Tech.
Lawrence
Lawrence
Tech,
Tech, and it's a Spec Howard's.
My son goes there.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
very good.
Awesome. So what happened after that? Okay, so you went to Specs Howard's. You graduated,
I'm laughing because it's coming up to the first job in actual radio.
and which was that?
It was Wapakoneta, Ohio.
Mhm.
Wapakoneta. I could still say
Oh
it.
my
I
goodness!
just mailed something there,
Yeah.
and I was like, that sounds more like
Excuse
a
me.
Wisconsin or a Minnesota city.
But it was my first job in radio. It
Mhm.
was a hot hit station, and it was called Waxy 92 WAXC, Lima, St. Mary's, Wapakoneta, Ohio, which I had to learn. The county was called Auglaize County.
Ugly.
And I couldn't get it right. My boss said, "Just think of a box of donuts, kid. And all the donuts are glazed." And because
That's hilarious.
anytime I would say the wrong city
Uh-huh.
on the phone lines would light up. Hey, idiot! It's
Yeah.
called Ashtabula. Yeah.
So where is that in Ohio?
Just outside of Lima.
Oh, okay.
Lima, St.
So not
Mary's.
too far from
Right.
here.
At that same time where I was there, Ann Carlini was just leaving a station in St. Mary's,
Oh.
Ohio, coming back to work Detroit radio.
So you didn't come directly back to Detroit radio. You went to Fort Wayne.
No, I went
outside
to
of Fort Wayne.
Just out of Fort Wayne. It was
Mhm.
Decatur, Indiana,
right.
with an oldie station. And the reason I got there is the owner of the station, Jeff Somerville, and his lovely wife, Pam, were from Michigan. So I was like, hey, we got a chance to hire a kid from Michigan. He'll know what the hell I'm talking about when I bring up something. So we'll take a chance on it. So they hired me. I spent 9 years there. It was
Wow.
just an amazing rock and roll history to where I could hone my craft to
Mhm.
become the Screamin Scott that I am now.
So did you? They played oldies.
Yeah, oldies, and I was known as Biff.
Biff,
Biff,
like Biff
Biffer,
from
Biffer.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. I know that's the
Yeah,
first thing
right,
that came
yeah.
up.
I always had this nickname of Biffer, and they said, "Hey, we're going to use that as your radio name." I go, "Oh, great."
Well,
But you know, it was fun for a while.
It is fun for a while. I do like Screamin Scott,
Thank you.
and
I'll tell you how I got that name.
well, we will get to that in
Yeah.
a moment. So tell me, you were in oldies for 8 years.
Yes.
What's your favorite oldies band?
It would probably have to be probably Sam Cooke. I just
Sam Cooke.
love Sam Cooke.
I see. I love the novelty ones like the Dixie Cups, and take
Mhm. Yeah.
probably because I got to see Bette Midler sing that.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And stuff. But yeah, I love oldies.
The Platters were always
The
really
Platters.
good. I love the way-
What's depressing now is what's on the oldies station.
It's
Or
all
what's
80s and
considered
90s.
oldies.
And now it's like
90s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
in sync. Excuse me.
No,
Yep.
Let me just lay down
no.
for a
What'd you
second.
come
As,
across?
as you're grocery shopping at Kroger and you recognize, oh my God, I know that
This
song.
was on when I was
Oh,
in
cool.
high school. Oh my God, this was on when I was in high school.
When I get in the elevator and Thompson Twins is playing, and
Yeah.
I'm like, seriously?
Yeah.
You know, but it
Hold
is
me
oldies.
now.
Yeah, but it is oldies, I guess. Now,
Yeah,
but
it-
when I'm referring to oldies, I'm
Mhm.
referring to 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not even 70s,
Mhm.
really.
Yeah, like black and white
Right.
on TV shows.
I have a whole
different bands.
whole realm of different. When you talk,
I do
oldies.
too. Because if we get into 70s, I can like, I really
Mhm.
like Tom Jacks.
Mhm.
Tom Jacks? No.
Tom Jones?
No. Terry Jacks.
Terry
Oh,
Jacks.
Terry
Terry
Jacks.
Jacks.
Jones is fun.
I
That-
love
that
Terry
was
Jacks.
the morbid area.
Love that
morbid
song.
era when they had all the songs about death.
Yes, and Don Henley.
Mhm.
Bobby Girlsboro, Honey.
Yep.
Honey.
Mhm. And then my dad always played the witch doctor. He said
Oh, yeah.
said to me,
Mhm.
and I can't even think of who that is right now.
It's,
Spike Jones?
David Seville.
David Seville.
David Seville.
He used to play that all the time in the and then
Same
go
era.
to
Same
back.
era. One of the first 45s I had was Commander Cody and the
Oh
Hot
yeah.
Airman and
Yeah.
Hot Rod Lincoln. I just
Yeah.
love it. I bought that one, and this was at Kmart. We were not bought Commander Cody, and I bought Brownsville Station, Smoking in the Boys' Room, and the B-side was
Ah.
Barefoot, and just loved it.
Okay, so now that intrigues me. Smoking in the boyfriend,
Mhm.
and the that's what Motley Crue
Yeah.
redid.
Redid later.
Why
yeah.
did
I
I
know
not
that
know
version.
that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I know that
Cub
version.
Coda, Cub
You guys
Coda,
are
Michigan boy.
predating all of
Michigan
Never
boy.
knew
I
that
don't
that
know.
was a
I
remake.
can't
Yeah.
chime in on half of this.
Good for them because they
Yeah.
did that. They did good on this
It's an
song.
amazing.
So you were
amazing
there
version.
for 8 years,
Mhm.
9 years.
9 years.
Then where'd you go?
I believe it or not, a girl broke my heart,
Mm.
and a friend of mine called me and said, "Hey, I think it's time to come home," because
Okay.
I didn't have a job here in Detroit because all the radio legends
Mhm.
already had all the spaces. So there was
Right.
nothing for me to come back to. So I had worked at the Ritz in Roseville previous to going out and starting my job career.
Right.
So when I came back, Joe Scroy, the owner
Mhm.
of the Ritz, pulled me aside and said, "You want a job, you always got a job with me." So
So you worked at the Ritz for a little
So,
while.
yeah,
Me
right.
too.
Yeah, I know.
Every
Yeah.
time I'm like, hey, can
So
I come
I-
over?
You hired me before too. It's a very good impression.
Yeah.
I like it.
sometimes you got to pick the away. Sometimes you got to wake the donkey up with a 2x4. That was always my favorite.
So you worked at the Ritz.
So I worked at the Ritz,
Uh-huh.
and in 10, fortunes happen. Lucky St. Patrick's Day. I was working at the Ritz, doing all the big concerts that were happening at the time. And a gentleman came up to me and says, "Wow, you have this incredible voice. You ever thought of doing radio?" And I went, "It's like, if you only knew, I did 10 years out of state now."
Right.
It was the program director of Z-Rock. Z-Rock.
Z-Rock.
Z-Rock here in
I got
Detroit.
to wear
And
green
stand up and turn around real quick.
Rock shirt.
It's actually
Yeah, like
the
that.
Read it,
Mhm.
the Shamrocks.
right?
We're the Shamrocks.
Yep.
And if you would have put a pin on, we would have been able to pinch
I
you.
know, but I put a pin on it because I was going to wear that, but it didn't fit me.
So the program director, Joe Bevilacqua, said, "Hey, I've got an intro. I need a morning guy. And would you be interested?" I said, "Yeah, it'd be fantastic." Met with them and met with the GM. and became the lowest paid morning man in the Motor City.
But it did start.
It was only 28,000, but I didn't want to say no. That was the whole thing.
Absolutely.
They
Get
had
your foot in the door.
no budget for a sidekick or anybody to join me on the show, because that's where Joel the Party Dude came from, Joel Morgan. And so I did the whole show by myself. I didn't figure I'd last long. I lasted 3.5 years, and it took Ted Nugent to take over for me to end my career.
And what years of this?
This was, I believe, 93 to 96.
So where were you in 1980?
In 1980, it would be at a roller rink at 23 in Van Dyke called The Rink.
The Rink. Okay, so you were here.
Mhm.
So I wanted to show you
But I
this.
do remember that.
Pine Knob.
Pine
It's
Knob.
Pine Knob again.
Did you attend any of these?
Yes. Oh, big time. They had a big one where it had all the local bands. It was like Bittersweet Alley, Toby Red, Strut, and it was all in one big showcase. It was like a music festival with local bands.
Rockets.
Yeah, and the Rocket.
The
And
Rockets.
it rained like crazy, and all the water came to the very front of the stage and was flooding, but then it stopped, and then the sun came out and everything was great.
That's funny. REO Speedwagon. I mean, Beach Boys.
Yeah, and it was back when Pine Knob, the lawn was split into half.
Oh, I
you
didn't.
had different half, and it was a whole tradition that when you went to Pine Knob, you would take that walkway in between the lawn where they split it, and it was concrete wall. And when an artist played at Pine Knob, they would put their logo of the band on the wall.
Oh.
And so when you went to a show, you spent that whole area just, beforehand, just like, hey, wow, look, Chicago. Wow, Chuck Mangione played here. And you'd look over, it's like, wow, Cheech and Chong. Well, the Blues Brothers. And you'd look at all the logos as you're walking down this corridor. That would lead you to the pavilion.
What was your
And
favorite?
then
No
they filled it
kidding,
in.
They should.
Then they filled it in, just buried it. Let's make some more room for Lauren Lawn.
Sponsors.
But it was
Jim
great.
Bones
It was great.
Shell. Jim Bones Shell says,
Oh, yeah.
Happy St.
Bones.
Patty's Day.
Bones.
Yep. And then
Now, Bones wins a lot of prizes on the In fact. He just won
Does he?
Sammy Hagar tickets off me today. I mean,
oh, really?
Congratulations, Bones.
He's
Bones
playing
is a
here?
good friend. He goes to more concerts than anybody I know.
Oh,
And
see, I love concerts.
you would love him for all the ticket stubs that he has, the drumsticks. He's
Oh,
got
I'm sure.
drumsticks for every. He would have them all in here.
Oh, he would.
Way to go, Bones.
Yeah, we try and get everybody on to say. Lisa
Look
says
at
hello.
Bob Hope.
I know
Hope.
Bob Hope was on here. Paul Anka,
Right,
was also in here.
Do you know what my first concert was?
What was it?
Pine Knob. Frank Sinatra.
Was it?
My father took me to see Frank Sinatra at Pine Knob, and as soon as he did New York, and he did his last song,
right?
I was waiting. It's like, Dad's going, like, come on, let's get to the car. I go, he's got to come back for an encore. It's Frank Sinatra. Frank does not do encores. And then, boom, it was
60s?
amazing.
Late 60s, early 70s?
This was late 70s.
Late 70s.
Late 70s.
My first concert, I got to tell you, was Kiss.
Really?
Yep, 1977. My father.
Cobo?
Cobo? No, up in Grand Rapids.
Oh, okay. But still.
Yeah. My father, the babysitter, wouldn't, or something ever happened. And my father was determined to go. So he bundled all three of us up.
Now, how old were you?
I was in 70s. I was 8.
Wow, 8.
Yeah.
And
then my 10-year-old brother and my 4-year-old brother.
Yeah.
And at that time, he was probably 3. And yep, they were both, him and my stepmom were sitting there holding him and they're watching. They stood back, but he was not giving it up and they were full makeup.
I seen Kiss in every genre that would happen. But the early days, saw the reunion at Tiger Stadium. In Fort Wayne, I seen him on the Made in the Shade tour?
Hot in the Shade.
Or Hot in the Shade tour. That was unique. But it was Kiss. We didn't care. It was just awesome.
Right. And now they're opening up a restaurant here.
Yeah.
So that's
in fact,
cool.
I'm going for a special VIP tour tomorrow.
Are you?
Yes.
How
Is it
exciting.
that
After the
close
show,
to
yeah.
happening already?
Yes.
Yeah, like on the
And,
18th. Or
I believe
19th?
Gene will be here on the 19th.
19th. Yep. Yeah.
And a friend of mine, his band is called Ozzy Reborn.
Okay.
The closest you've ever seen to Ozzy. I mean, you would
Really?
actually cry because it is so close to the actual Ozzy
Oh,
Osbourne.
wow.
Wow.
He's amazing. And he's going to be there at Rock and Bruce. And hopefully my band will play someday.
Well, it should play there someday. Where do you
Someday.
play?
We
A
played just the circuit around here.
The
We've
circuit
played
around here.
Port Huron. We've played Freddy's Bar and Grill is grill. Winter's Bar is always a classic.
Their band's name is
Now what's-
Chit, by the way.
I remember reading it, and I think that's why I've seen your band's name quite more often than usual. Is that Winners has kind of come under this like new renaissance.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like an old manager, old people have come back.
Well,
into
the
place that were
original
there.
owner came back
Right.
and he had leased it out, I
Yes,
believe.
now
I
it's
don't
like-
know the
Are
full
we
story.
talking Winners like
Yeah,
right down the
Winners is
street?
right
Yeah,
down the
right
road.
down
I
the
have
street.
driven past that place for decades.
It's
and
amazing.
I
It's
have
beautiful.
friends that hang out there like every week to do either like karaoke night or we watched not this Super Bowl but the past one. Like we watched the final Detroit playoff game there, and it's got like such a weird, unique following of like regulars and like it's
Like
you
the
know.
Blue
Here's-
Goose.
Well,
Here's-
for people my age,
yeah.
it was referenced in Kid Rock's.
Yeah, I was going to bring that.
Yeah, it
ball,
was.
the ball with the ball.
St. Clair
Yeah.
Shores Winners.
Okay, yeah. See, I mean,
His biggest hit.
Winners.
did not know that was the winners in question.
So you were at Z-Rock, which I got to tell you,
Mhm.
I have a Z-Rock shirt at home that has the 9-inch nails on the back
Sweet.
and stuff, and I wear it. It doesn't fit anymore, but I tell you, it makes my back look good. But
Just keep passing them all down. To
I'm
me.
well, I have concert shirts from the 80s. I've got
Oh,
so
yeah.
many of them,
Mine are all medium.
and they all say extra large. And
like,
they're
I'm like,
not. No, I mean,
I didn't
yeah,
think ahead.
right
Yeah.
With
Me,
all these
same
great-
here.
And then a lot of the t-shirts I had, I gave to you guys.
He
I was
did.
like, here. Do you want
Hey,
anything
hey,
for
next
these? No,
generation can wear
I want to
them.
give to you guys.
He did, along with all these stickers you see here.
Yeah.
And the reason,
loads.
so you were with Z-Rock for 3 years,
About 3.5.
3.5 years,
Approximately,
and then you went to Riff.
with Riff. But I couldn't believe I was 3.5 years with
Mhm.
Z-Rock going up against the like of Drew and Mike. I was like, holy cow. Could you just imagine? And I survived. I had ratings comparable to the, and Drew and Mike were just huge.
Oh yeah.
But then
Mhm.
going to Riff and being part with Drew and Mike,
Mhm.
I did the overnights. And with that, I had a unique job of having to wake up Mike Clark every morning, which was amazing.
Wasn't that always, there was always the job of the night.
Oh,
guy, right?
my
Was
God,
was
yeah.
To call the morning guy
And-
to wake him up.
And
I-
see,
They were so amazing. I started recording them, and I've got 3 CDs worth of Mike wake up calls that are just
that's
unbelievable.
too funny.
You know he works with Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should play him. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
you
love
should
to
play
get
him. That's funny.
That'd be sweet.
Hey, I heard
Drew and
Drew's
Chit.
got a wonderful restaurant opening.
Yes.
I'll put in a word. Yeah,
No, I
think maybe he'll hear about.
I
it.
believe
Yeah.
I believe I had talked to Drew because I'd be willing to give them the seat. I'm doing something in conjunction with Drew, and contact. I'm trying to remember his widow's name, and do it for charity and release them,
Oh,
for
wow.
for
Oh,
charity.
That'd be
I think
hilarious.
it'd
Oh,
be
that'd
great
be great.
because
Oh, you're
people
talking about the
the
recording?
wake up calls. Yeah.
Oh,
That'd
you
be
should talk to
awesome.
Drew about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see, my
Good
talk about
idea.
our first concerts. I think mine. I was also 8, but mine was like New Kids on the Block.
Was it?
Yeah.
And then once
Sure.
I transferred out of that kind of
Do,
poppy
do,
music and got into
Mhm.
like rock and metal, Drew and Mike were the older radio station
Right.
guys when I was like in middle school and high
Mhm.
school, and then Dave and Chuck were the newer
Yeah.
alternative rock guys. And so
Mhm.
like it's so funny that the passing of the torch and who
Oh, yeah.
was on the radio when you were listening
the
to
funny-
radio and
The funny thing is that when I was 16 years old, Howard Stern
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
got syndicated to Detroit, right?
Right.
Well, he was on.
and right, and everyone thought it's
Yeah.
all over. Once Howard
Yeah.
was here, it's all over for everybody. Drew and Mike killed him in the ratings.
They did.
Every book,
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
much. I
I'm-
would say, right?
I'm old enough to remember when Howard was on W4
1980.
in 1980, along with Doug Podell.
Yeah, that's right.
As
Yeah.
I had once got to sit in, it was kind of a school project. We sat in, and Howard was so tall. He was just linky guy,
Mhm.
but boy, was he good. He was just
You
amazing.
do it, right?
And then the afternoon guy was even better, I thought, Alan Stagg. But nobody remembers Alan. Alan was so cool.
what is your favorite shift?
My favorite shift is actually the one I'm right now, 3 until 7.
Yeah.
That's it's just perfect. I can have enough coffee, couple gallons of coffee in the
Sleep
morning.
in a little bit
and
if you want.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when I get off, I have a few hours before, I do some show
Okay.
prep and then go to bed.
Yeah, I worked on the Mike Valeni show for 9 years.
Wow.
From 2 to 6, and that's the best shift.
How do you
That's
get that
the
out of your ears after
What?
Mike's a good guy. I like Mike. Mike's a powerhouse.
He is. He's a man.
So while you were at Riff,
Mhm.
and how you were there, that started at 26 years.
26 years.
at Riff.
At first, I got to work with the best of the best.
Mhm.
Along the station was still Ken Calvert, Carl Coffey, and just right next door was Jim Harper, which member of Magic. And Magic 105.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Probably because of
I
shirt
know
I
the
have
name.
here.
Jim Harper was just
Mhm.
amazing, and
I think my
Yeah,
mom listened.
Arthur
to one of them.
Penhallow.
Arthur P. Yeah.
Arthur P. Yeah.
He would always. Arthur had this thing of pinching.
Oh,
if,
really?
If he liked you,
Oh.
and he'd pinch you. Go, I love you more than you love me. How you doing?
It's funny.
Art,
'cause
Art was just
Who was
a
the
great
voice
guy.
behind Baby from the Riff?
That was Arthur Penhallow.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's hard
Summer.
for
I
me
just-
sometimes.
Summertime sand between the toes, rock and roll, boom, boom, baby.
There we go.
What years was
Otter.
this?
That was right 96.
Okay.
96.
So I was born and raised in California, and I grew up there. So I didn't get to listen to Riff here a
Mhm.
lot until I moved here.
Right.
And but the radio stations are different here than they are in
Mhm.
California. I mean, here it was a lot more. You guys had a lot more fun.
Mhm.
Because when you listen to the radio stations growing up in California, like 91 and 80,
KNAC.
yeah,
That K-Mac.
there wasn't a lot of the banter that
You're right.
My
no.
Oh,
friend
yeah.
Detroit
It was
always
like a
had
family.
personalities
Yeah.
on the radio. Like
You know,
just like we know like our news channel hosts, like
Right.
kind of by name, they're
Mhm.
like mini celebrities, like locally.
Sonny Elliott. I mean,
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like you don't go to a lot of other cities where they talk about their DJs.
No,
that
they
much.
don't.
I
Kids
love
like-
Sonny. Sonny was so cool. It was like the upper half of the state has showers, and lower half will have showers, but it has a little sand in it. You put showers in gritty, and that's the kind of weather you're gonna
Yeah,
have.
I worked at WWG, and they always had a huge picture of Sonny Elliott, black and white picture,
Yeah.
when he wrote on the chalkboard where it said, "Fog plus muck equals." But I remember KNAC.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
brother, my half brother's dad lived in San Diego
Mhm.
and would send my brother here to Detroit cassette tapes from KNAC in the 80s,
Yep.
late 80s, early 90s. And my brother would always be the first in Michigan to hear all the new
Mhm.
thrash music.
Oh,
and
yeah.
jams and,
Oh yeah.
so he was always on the cutting edge because
Mhm.
his dad was in that.
I got to
area.
tell you, I saw and they've heard this before, but growing up in Southern California, I was in San Diego. I was fortunate to see Red Hot Chili Peppers in a garage
Really?
Wow.
Now, is this
Before-
before Chad?
before
Before Chad.
in a garage. in
So
San
that was
Diego.
Like,
BC.
It was
before
BC.
Chad.
Yep. Yep. And then I saw him
He's
again
awesome.
with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like later on down the time. But a lot of the surfer and
Right.
they would have the parties and all these bands would play.
My
growing
dad
up
had
there.
the better one. I will never not be envious of him going after a high school dance. And he went to, I can't remember if it's Lakeshore, Lakeview. I think he went to Lakeshore. He saw Seeger play in somebody's
Wow.
basement after
Wow.
a high
I've
school
never seen
dance, and I
Seeger.
was like,
Have you seen
and then he
Seeger?
never saw him
Yes,
again live
many
until
times. Have you?
I took him when I was like 30,
Hmm.
and he played at was it Little Caesars Arena when they first opened that?
It could have been.
Could have been.
It was. I mean,
Joe?
it was a good 10 years
Mhm.
ago now, but yeah, that like he didn't see him from that time
Right.
until
Wow.
way later. White hair,
Right.
white beard,
Right.
Seeger, sitting at the piano, and I was like, you need to see him again live. It's a little different.
Now, to keep my sanity, when I did the 10 years out of state in
Uh-huh.
radio, I had ex-girlfriends that would send me tapes of Alan Allman.
Oh,
Alan Alda?
No,
Allman.
I'm not Alan Allman. Pillow
Oh,
Talk.
Allman.
the pillow talk
I was
guy.
like, Alan
It's
Alda?
like, yeah, they sent me
Matt,
tapes of MASH
like, are you
episodes
giving away-
taped off the TV.
I was
No.
gonna say-
I
Alan
loved
Allman.
his
Allman.
voice.
He was just a Detroit radio legend,
Yeah.
and his show would always wrap up with "Cool in the Gang" Summer Madness,
Oh,
and
right.
he'd always have that deep voice. It's like, I'm going home and going to bed, but I didn't say sleep.
Yeah,
Massive
he-
compressor.
Yeah.
He's-
Oh, yeah.
he's right on that microphone.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could hear the cigarettes. The
Yeah.
cigarettes. He was like, "Here's peaches and herb, 100 WNIC."
He had the best.
Yeah.
My
My
grandma
mom
listened
loved
to him.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my grandma listened to him, and I didn't even like the music on his station,
Mhm.
but I liked his voice so much. It was
Mhm.
like background, like just that's what I grew up on.
But again, I grew up in the roller skating area where
Right.
we all listened to the Electrifying Mojo.
Oh yeah,
from the mothership.
from the mothership. So
Yeah.
you were did you worked the midnights when you first started at Riff?
First it was just the weekends,
Just
and
the
then
weekends.
the overnight shift, and then a couple people left, and that moved Meltdown from overnights to to 7 to midnight. Then I did the overnight, and then when Meltdown got 3 to 7, that put me to 7 to midnight.
So did you stay 7 to midnight the rest of the time?
The rest of the time I was
So
there.
I'm sure your years in at Riff, or even now at 94.7, you get to come across a lot of famous people.
Oh yeah.
So
They come walking through the front door sometimes. Not as much as they used to, but
No.
it still is.
and he's
amazing.
going to throw up some pictures. This is you with Vince Neil, with who else is on there?
Chad Smith. who we
Chad
just
Smith,
talked about.
yeah.
Slash.
Slash, and then
Sammy
Sammy Hagar.
Now the Chad Smith picture is after they did a quickie Toby Red reunion, which was the band
Oh, wow.
he was in
Right.
before the Chili Peppers, and Chad is just amazing. You know, the drummers, I think, all have their own fingerprint when
They
it comes
do,
to
yeah.
playing.
Slash because he didn't have his sunglasses.
Yeah.
When you hear a certain drummer's like,
You know
when
it.
you hear Phil Collins, you know it's Phil Collins.
Oh yeah.
Chad Smith, same thing. You could just tell it's a thumbprint of how they play, and he's such an awesome guy.
I can see that with Ringo Starr.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I can see that with Ringo
Bonham,
Starr.
Yeah.
You know it right away
Yeah.
when you hear it.
Well, some drummers, they say, "Oh, Ringo Starr, it's easy," and then they tried to actually do what to replicate what he does on the
And
drums, and they can't do it.
No. Same with, like you said, Phil Collins. I mean, he's
lot of
a lot of
respect,
people
yeah.
learn how to play drums with Phil Collins.
As I talked about before, my friend Jason Hartless is Ted Nugent's drummer, another drummer where it's just signature. You just know just by the way he plays that, hey, that's Jason. That's just
awesome.
amazing.
Who was the favorite person? Who were you like starstruck by?
It was David Grohl.
David Grohl. Tell us the story.
Yeah, the story is the radio station sent us to Ireland. They had these Miller Genuine Draft blind date tours, which you would not know who the artist was until they were on stage. They wouldn't even tell the jocks.
Right.
So I had went to see a band, and I was watching the sound check, them setting up, and I was wearing my Riff jacket, varsity jacket, really nice, and a tap on my shoulder. And I turn around, it's Dave Grohl.
Oh my God.
He goes, "You work for Riff?" I go, "Yeah." It's like, "Dave, can I sit down?" "Yeah, sure." So he asked me, he goes, "Do you know who the band is?" I go, "No." He goes, "I know." It's like, "I'm dating the bass player." And I went, he goes, "The bass player's a girl." I said, "Oh, okay, yeah." So is how I remember the story. It was DRC from the Smashing Pumpkins. So we got to see the Smashing Pumpkins live in a small venue.
With Dave Grohl behind you.
But the cool thing about Dave is, even though it was Miller Genuine Draft, he turned to me, he goes, "Can I buy you a real beer?" And I go, "Shh, don't tell anyone." But yeah, and I'd been in Ireland, I hadn't had a Guinness yet. He went out and brought back 2 Guinness, and we just sat and talked about what he played. The St. Andrews, the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor, and how much Detroit was so cool when they came here.
And that was during the Foo Fighters, right?
Correct.
So I have a little story as well with Dave Grohl, because you saw my Foo Fighters autographs back there. And I went and saw them right when they formed their first tour, the very first tour. And I'm a big Nirvana fan. And so, of course, I'm back there and I'm getting autographs, pap smear.
Yeah.
And Dave Grohl is standing there and I'm like, "Okay, tell me everything about." And I mean, he literally got to the point he was like, "Enough about him." And then I felt embarrassed. but
still,
hey, I would do the same with other people. I'd probably do it again.
When I met Eddie Van Halen, the manager said, "I want you to give the limpest handshake." And I was like, "Why?"
You know why?
Hey, so if you squeeze his hand, there won't be a show. I go, "Oh, really?" Because everyone's like, "Hey, Eddie, how you doing?" And he's like, But he was amazing.
Was he? I can imagine.
The best one, though, is Van Halen played Joe Louis Arena. And this is when I was at Z-Rock. And I was set to interview one of the people from Van Halen. It was either going to be Alex or it was going to be Michael Anthony. So my equipment, being that Joe Louis Arena was so cinder blocked in the back area.
Mhm.
My Marty unit that would send the signal back to the station wasn't working. And so Michael is sitting there going, okay, what do we do now?
Oh,
And I turn to my right and there's a payphone and he goes, you're not thinking it. I go,
nah.
Michael, please. I said, my program director will kill me if I don't bring back an interview. He goes, okay. So we did an interview over a payphone back to the
Mhm.
station, which was amazing. Years later, I go to Sammy's Cobble Wobble Cantina for a Sammy birthday
Right.
party. And Michael Anthony's there. He goes, you look familiar. I go, yeah. I said, I did an interview with you over a payphone. He goes, you're the guy. It's like, and
How do you look familiar?
I don't know.
Over the
Yeah,
payphone.
No, but he was with me.
Oh, he was with you.
And
Okay.
the
Pass
payphone
it
went
back
back
and
to Sam.
forth,
Oh, I see
bring
what
it to
you
the
mean.
studio.
Okay. I get it now.
That's pretty
That is
cool.
awesome. So do you have somebody who you kind of regret meeting?
Actually, no.
Not regret.
Everybody
I
I've
guess I
met.
should
Like
say.
a
I
don't
could
meet
s-
your heroes.
Yeah,
kind of thing,
that
like
type
they
of
didn't
thing.
live up to the hype.
Maynard from Tool was a real quick interview because it was obvious he really didn't want to do an
Have the
interview.
interview.
The other one, Dave Mustaine, I love him. I love him to death. He had the #1 song, the Breadline, I think, went to
Yeah,
number
right,
one.
yeah.
Mhm.
And we're at the State Theater, and I get to interview him. I said, congratulations on the #1 song. He was like, I got a #1 song.
I didn't even know.
But he just, I'm not going to say he was on drugs, but I could just tell you he was just extremely exhausted.
Wow.
That's the way I would put it. But it was just hard to try to interview a guy and this stuff that just seemed like he was just so
That's
out of it.
awesome. So tell me what you think about that. And I know we'll get into
Mhm.
94.7, but because I want to save time because we have a little game with you with
Mhm.
Roberto in a little bit. But what is your thoughts being in radio
Mhm.
throughout the transition of music, which has been a 100, I'm
Yeah.
going to say a 1000%
Mhm.
transition. And I say that because coming from a different aspect of music
Right.
than you, it hit all of us. I mean, hard. And tell me your favorite parts of the 80s, the 90s, and the
Mhm.
thousands and the differences.
Well, one thing, I never thought I'd be that one guy that was like, hey, kids, get off my lawn. But I've seemed to grown into that
Right.
towards
Right.
better part.
Mhm.
80s,
God.
yeah, 80s was just amazing. I mean, with the Cars, when the Cars came out, it was just something bright and
Yeah.
original
Yeah.
and just so different.
Mhm.
But then 80s was also Iggy Pop's Soldier album.
Yes.
Knocking them down in the city was just like, and
That's a good album.
my favorite song from that album is
What?
Dog Food.
Oh, is it? I
Iggy
like
Pop's
dog food.
Food. If you ever get a chance, YouTube it. It's an amazing song.
Eddie,
Like-
that was him at his prime.
Yeah.
And there's other bands I think of too that obviously I wasn't old enough to remember. I just can't believe the impact it would have had to hear Devo for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Oh, my God.
It must have been mind blowing.
Watching them on Saturday Night Live,
Yeah.
and they did a Rolling
Top of
Stones
Pops.
cover.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Mhm.
and they took the song that everyone was so familiar with and just put a different spin on it.
So good.
And it was just like, at first it was like, wow, wait a minute, this is pretty good. And they changed the whole structure of the song, but it turned out really, really cool.
I saw Devo just recently.
Really?
A couple years ago, we went to the Cruel World Festival in California, and they performed. I've never seen a band change their outfits 4 times in a 15-minute set.
Mm.
In a 15-minute set and not miss a beat. But they were so good. You know who I saw there? Missing Persons.
Wow. That would
I
be
about fell out. She looked like Joni Mitchell
really.
today.
And that's what,
Dale
Dale Bosio.
Dale Bosio.
Yep.
I believe that she played the IROC too.
Oh, she probably did.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Knowing her. I never thought I'd ever get to see
Plasmatics girl.
Okay.
Wendy
So,
O played the
I gotta
IROC
tell you.
nightclub. That was amazing.
her. Okay,
What a bar.
Steve saw them live.
Mhm.
And I never got to see them live. I would die to see Wendy O.
Mhm.
I wish I could bring her back just
Yeah.
to play for me. What a loss to music.
Yeah.
You know, she was nominated for a Grammy
Really?
for one of her songs.
Wow.
Another one, Jim McCarty. Jim McCarty
Yeah.
did a song, I believe, with Eric Clapton, won a Grammy,
One, yeah.
but never received it
Oh.
because I guess you have to pay to get it.
Oh, you
And
do?
I don't know the full story, but man, that
Well,
would
that's
be
not
that
good.
that would be one thing I would love to do in honor of Jim McCarty, is to get him that Grammy.
Yeah, I don't understand why you have to pay for it if you win it.
Yeah.
Did he play on it, Derek and the Domino stuff? I can't remember. If he
Good.
was-
A lot of Mitch
was part
Ryder
of it.
stuff too.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Mm.
And then the band Cactus, which was just utterly amazing.
Let's talk about Chit.
Chit. Let's talk Chit. Let's
Let's
talk
talk
some
Chit.
Chit, man.
I don't know Chit.
Chit. So
Shoot the
Chit
Chit.
is your band.
Chit, it's coming up on 14 years.
14 years.
It was a musical experiment when we started.
Okay.
A lot of bands would just bring me up on stage to sing songs with
Mhm.
them, including Room 13, Planet of Fun back in the day.
I know them.
God, I'm trying to think of all these bands. But then they said they would bring me up. And a couple Detroit musicians in the area that were really talented. One was Bobby Black, and Chris St. Ange goes, "Hey, why don't you put a band together?" And I'm like, "Yeah, me, but put a band. Who would come to see me?" You know?
Apparently, a
yeah.
few people.
And I thought, it's like, well, when can I play? I said, I can't. I'm too busy. So, well, I'll just play a Saturday once in a while.
Right.
And so I said, sure. So they got all the other musicians to play with us, and we formed a band. And our first gig was June. I can't remember the year now, but it's 14 years. We played at Freddy's Bar and Grill in front of a packed house, and it was just, and it's been, we've had more. We got a T-shirt that if we go on the back, it's worse than Spinal Tap. How many band members were actually a part of Chit? It's like,
Are you kidding?
I
Is
think
it
it's
the
like
menudo
30
of-
or 40. We've had way more drummers than Spinal Tap that I've ever had. But
I always
it's
refer to
been
bands
fun.
like that as the menudo.
Yeah.
Because they
Those
Yeah,
are all my-
because they change, yeah.
But those are all my favorite bands
Yeah.
because there's so much different musicality.
Mhm.
Like a band like a Black Sabbath.
Mhm.
I've had so many different
Right.
iterations,
Yeah,
but
and
right-
I love that.
Right now, it's from Eric Blundell to
Mm.
Jack Riot, who's a phenomenal guitar player, to I got a bass player named Sheehan.
Sheehan.
Oh, like Billy
It's-
Sheehan.
No relation, but Michael, he's
Oh,
the big man. And drummers, we got Hammer and Cameron and Jimmy Boom Boom Bowman, which is awesome. And I don't know what it is. It's just there's some kind of magic when we go on stage. Things just seem to gel with all of our passion that we have for music. Yeah, I'm starting to sound like Ted Nugent. The passion.
Where is your favorite place?
I have people saying feed isn't working.
Feed isn't working.
I have total fine. I can see it fine.
Yeah, mine's all right.
It must be my nose.
See, feed not working.
Oh, yeah, it's Jim Boneshell. Maybe it's his phone.
Oh, I got hearts.
Yeah.
So somebody's
Yeah, I
watching.
don't know. Mine looks all right.
If you press the heart.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching at home right now, please, whatever you're doing, send a bunch of hearts right now. Tap on the phone.
Is he in the
now.
right camera?
Oh, this camera?
This one,
Okay.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching from home, grab your phone and give us a bunch of hearts right now to show that we're actually on the air.
Yeah, it looks like we're on.
Yeah, people are. So that's so funny. I'm like, it's at the camera over there. But
That's called what? Breaking the fourth wall?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So have you been throwing up pictures of his band?
We have the video, right?
We're gonna do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
here's the picture.
Yeah, do a couple pictures. Oh, look, there you are. So I love that. See, that's what I love about this show. Yeah, right. Actually, we'll do a little clip of that. Pass it all over the place.
Press your phone now.
But
Oh, you had asked favorite place to play. There's a couple between Winners and Freddy's Bar and Grill and Three Blind Mice is just an amazing.
yeah.
I
amazing.
can walk there from my
Yeah.
house.
We play outside in the summer, outside on the deck.
Yeah.
And it's
Let
it's
us
just
know
amazing.
next time you
Yes.
want, 'cause I will pop
we just
over.
did a big well, in the summer we did a big pinup
Mhm.
show there at Three
Ah,
Blind Mice. Yeah.
I love
and-
that bar.
When we go acoustically, when Eric Blundell and myself go out, we go out as two pieces of Chit.
Two.
2 pieces of Chit.
Two
Okay.
pieces of Chit acoustic.
Shit unplugged.
So
Yeah.
Jim Bones writes, it says buffering. I won Sammy Hagar, the Red Rocker,
Yep.
from Screamin Scott Randall at 3:00 today.
Yep, today.
Oh, today.
You call?
Yep.
I have this game that I do at WCSX right when I start, right at 3:00. It's called the 3 at 3.
Uh-huh.
The game show is I play 3 songs in a row. They all have something in common.
Oh,
What ties them all
I've heard that.
together,
Oh.
you
I need to
call and
listen to
tell
that.
me, And if it is correct, you win what I'm giving away. Today
Okay.
was Sammy Hagar tickets.
That's
So
fun.
when is he coming?
I don't know offhand, but I
This
think
summer?
this summer. I
This
think
summer.
it's June. I think.
So
20.
it's funny because I listened to one on the way to work. I'm going to have to
Mhm.
on 96.3. They do one something
Right.
similar, but that's on my way to work.
But mine's better.
I'm gonna have to listen. It's in the
Yeah.
middle of the day though, and
it's-
I'm usually here, so I'll just bring it on.
Everybody loves to play. I mean, the phone lines go nuts. I mean, and plus it gives me a chance to play songs that aren't normally played.
Right.
And we throw a bunch of unique songs in.
I love that. So the you were at Riff and now you're at 94.7. You've been there how long?
3 years now.
3 years
I
now.
started January 3rd,
Mhm.
3 years ago. And it was just amazing. It was I can still remember the days just sitting at the board,
Mhm.
waiting for the song to end, to start hitting that microphone. It's like, wow. I said, this, you got to think of the greats
Right.
that have been there. I met from Doug Podell to Steve Costan. I'm working now with one of the great morning guys, Big Jim, Big Jim's house, Big Jim. I'm working with Danielle Flynn, who used to work with me at Z-Rock, which was so cool.
Perfect.
And again, I've got a boss, Jade Springart, who's utterly fantastic. And I'm right next door to Meltdown.
I have to ask you, like the antique industry,
Mhm.
the radio industry, do you tend to see people go from one to another?
Yeah,
Because you do that in ours
right.
too. Like,
but I'm friends with everybody in the market.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I would never hate to burn a bridge anywhere with them.
I get you there.
Well, a testament to Scott is that, radio is you're going from
Yeah.
if you're lucky, you have to go live to city to city and market to market.
Yep.
It just proves a testament to how great a
Well,
DJ he is.
yeah.
He's been in this market forever. So
Over the 3 years, because I'm going to switch her out in
Sure.
a minute to Roberto. Over the last 3 decades, what is the biggest change that you did not like seeing in music?
Wow, that would be a tough one. It's just I believe the creativity in the writing process.
Thank you, I do too.
And the songs just seem to have more meaning, and now it's really streamlined now to be real, simple. There,
Well, and you don't have to know how to sing today.
I hate to say it, not to put McDonald's down, but it's like a McDonald's product.
Yeah.
You have a song, fries, it's like they all came out of the same mold.
Right.
And
Yes,
you
there's
order
no
something, it's like,
uniqueness.
It might
here's
be
French
catchy
fries.
for a minute, but it's not really
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
filling.
I like the way
haven't
you
had
said that.
I haven't had a new song that I've heard that really just grabbed me. But in fact, there was, what grabs me are these independent bands
Yep.
that are just streaming on the internet somewhere. I heard one the other day that was just like, it was an all girls band.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how it came up on my feed, but it was just crunchy, wonderful, and the lyrics were fine, and it was just like, whoa. Another great band I love, which I would wish would get more exposure, is a band called the Lemon Twigs.
Okay.
If you ever get a chance, check them out.
Lemon Twigs.
Amazing
That's
band.
awesome.
And it's two brothers also. But when they first started,
Right.
the drummer, I kind of thought was a Keith Moon clone.
Mm.
You'd watch him play in the early videos. He plays just like Keith Moon. It was just amazing.
Oh, that's
Now
awesome.
he's moved out from behind and plays guitar with his brother. But
Oh, cool.
if you get a chance, check out that band, Lemon Twigs.
I have one other question for you, and then we're
Mhm.
going to switch out because we've got a little game to play. If somebody who's starting out in broadcasting,
Mhm.
and I know a lot of people we're going a lot digital, a lot of
Right.
online stuff, but broadcasting is still
Mhm.
big. So if somebody's starting out in broadcasting, what is your advice to them?
Just get ready for a long haul, because it's not always going to be easy. It's the passion that you have to succeed, and you're going to go through a lot of up and down. If you're looking for this to be a financial windfall for you, like,
It's not.
Hey, just give me money.
Mhm.
It just doesn't happen that way.
And it's
But
funny because it doesn't happen that way for the artists either.
For myself,
Mhm.
I have, I don't have the biggest house. I don't
Right.
have the best car. I've got the best job in the world, and I'm happy.
And I got to tell you, I read an article about you from Advanced Macomb friends of mine. I know them.
Advanced. Okay.
And talking about your love for Roseville growing up here and your love for the east side from Macomb County.
I grew up in Warren, off of Masonic in Newcastle.
Okay, I know what it is. I'm 13 of shame.
So I would jump the fence to go to Rockwell Elementary, cross the street to go to Carter, but then walk a couple miles to get to Cousino.
To the school you actually went to.
I lived on Northampton for
Yeah,
20 years.
there you go. But it was cool growing up and stuff. Is like the kids on Newcastle would challenge the kids on Gainsborough to baseball. You know, when everyone would go, hey, meet at the park, blah, blah, blah. And you know, those days is like we'll never get them back.
No,
boy,
it
just
they
were
were
so cool.
I always
the
say,
bikes were the foul lines. You know,
I always say my biggest thing in life that I am happy for, that I'm thankful for, is that I worked in the music industry in the late 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I got to experience so much.
The drugs.
Well, that too. That too, because I was right there. That's
Here,
I can
take
only
this.
remember part of it.
Take this cassette.
Yep, right. Do you know what's funny? Is I talk about my drug use in the 80s, and I was not rich.
Hey,
I don't even know where it came from. It just appeared in my hands.
When I worked at the Ritz, I was also a ski instructor.
Yep, exactly. So we're going to throw it to one of your videos, to a clip of you singing. It's at a birthday event. Anyways, and then we're going to switch out Nikki. Nikki's going to take over for Roberto, and Roberto is going to come sit down, and we're going to do some stuff. Oh, just bring it over here. Okay,
we're back.
So Roberto's going to come over here in a moment.
That was one of our original songs.
Wink, wink, right?
Actually, it's a Canadian band called Doucette. Jerry Doucette, who unfortunately
Roberto, you're in front of the
passed away.
camera.
Oh my God, it's
I'm
the
sorry.
first time.
Okay.
I've been doing
I
this show
know.
for a year, and this is the first time.
I know,
I've been on
right?
camera. It's
What were you-
unbelievable.
What were you saying? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I thought you were introducing Moby.
I did. Oh, Moby.
I bet you get that all the time, don't you?
Right.
I don't know.
So
But it was a Canadian band called Doucette, and we always tell the audience when we're playing, it's like, hey, can you want to hear one of our own? So actually, we tried to write a song and it sucked, but we stole one from a band from Canada. Nobody will know. But actually, I would get fan mail from people in Canada going, Jerry Doucette has heard the song and he thinks you guys are wonderful.
awesome.
As I will, and he recently passed over this past year or so.
So what I think that we're going to do is Roberto is going to, I've got
rock,
one,
paper,
but
scissors.
Roberto is going to show you,
You start.
I will, an album, and
Okay.
then he's going to ask you some questions. So I'm going to show you an album,
Okay.
and the first thing that comes to your mind and what you think of them. Okay?
Okay. No, just no. Oh my God, I didn't say the mugs. Oh,
I
love,
had to do this.
love the mugs.
Because, and I picked this one because we had the mugs on, and you were like,
Oh yeah, I was like, oh my God, the mugs are on. This is amazing.
so anyways, I had to show this, but Roberto has some.
Okay.
So, I'm a big, I'm a lifelong hard rock, heavy metal fan. And I'm an even bigger vinyl record fan. I got thousands of records. I love every genre of music you can imagine. But having someone like you on, I wanted to pull 10 vinyl records that really mean a lot to me as a hard rock, heavy metal fan.
Okay.
And I just want to see if you, agree with these 10.
Okay.
And where you were the first time you heard it, or do you have any memories of
Are these
that
your
album?
top 10?
It was hard for me to
Close.
pick 10, but Claw.
Okay.
It was tough, but I
Okay.
Well,
did.
at Riff, I hosted Midnight Metal for
Uh-huh.
many years, and that was that was just an amazing time, along with my friend Al Beck.
Right.
It was just an unbelievable show. I wish we could have done it. Nowadays and stuff, it would be something interesting to live stream, something like that.
Take it away.
So I didn't want to just go with, everyone would go with Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd or, I wanted to get a little outside of the box because I wanted really to jog your memory on some of the lesser known ones. But here's the first album from Montrose. Ronnie Montrose.
Yep.
And there's a young guy named Sammy Hagar there.
Sammy Hagar.
And
Dan Hartman was also in this group. And I believe
you leave the prices on them.
Yeah. I believe Johnny Bedanchek actually has something to do with something with either he helped with the drums, because I know the actual drummer.
Danny Carmassi was the drummer. Yeah.
But I think Make It Last was always my favorite.
Now, have you seen him?
I'm at Bad Mode. Oh yeah.
You've seen him?
Yes.
So when this album came out, what were you doing?
What was I doing? Probably just high school.
High school.
I would be playing this on my high school radio station.
Awesome. Okay.
That's awesome. All right, next one. Around the same time. This one is a special one for me, just because it's a weird time for this band, but so influential to me, and I love Deep Purple's Burn from 1974.
That is a great choice.
David Coverdale from Whitesnake on vocals. Glenn Hughes on bass, Richie Blackmore, and so underrated.
Before, in order for us to know that, we had to read the back of these albums, because we didn't have the internet to tell us who was on who.
I was at Rock and Brews last night, and there's a big mural of this album cover on the wall there. So,
that's cool. I saw the Sponge one online.
I did too.
And then he signed it. Yeah,
that's so cool.
Yes, this is one incredible album. This, believe it or not, just brings me back to my bedroom. Remember going to Corvette's department store with a pocket full of nickels, dimes, quarters, and a few dollars, buying the album, and I had this big Schwinn, and trying to ride and hold the album cover, or hold the album so it didn't break, and to be able to get home.
It's funny too. You were at Doug Podell's record show this Sunday. I was there as well, and you mentioned Corvettes. If I see a record still in the shrink wrap and it still has the Corvette sticker on it, even if I don't like the band, I'll buy it because it's so cool looking. You know what I mean?
I got a lot of 45s.
Deep Purple. You got some good ones so far.
We talked about Kiss a lot on this show. I'm wearing a Kiss shirt, and but I wanted to get your. Well, that's interesting with this album, but I wanted to get your take on. I was born in 1980, so my Kiss growing up was the non-makeup Kiss. So I wanted to get your opinion on this album, which was the first Kiss album without makeup. And that is Lick It Up from 1983.
Yeah. This brings back the memory of watching with a bunch of my buds, my friend Dave, my friend Dan, and the MTV VJ, JJ Jackson. Yeah. All of a sudden, it was like breaking news. Like, ladies, we have Kiss without their makeup, and then they would show the makeup, and then they would show each individual one.
I literally remember that.
And then everyone said, "Please put it back on."
Yeah,
they did.
Look way better,
but they went a long time without it.
But and it was a weird time too, because by the time they'd taken the makeup off, two of the original members weren't in the band anymore, so it didn't carry as much clout.
But you heard the latest on Vinny,
yes,
right?
I did.
The $10
million.
Is it $2? I thought it was $10 million. It's probably $2 million. You could have his album for $2 million.
Seriously.
Now, what I did know is that Wu-Tang Clan had done that previously a few years ago too.
Yeah.
Now, for $2 million, they make one copy.
Just one.
If you buy that copy, you have carte
Would you buy that copy?
Press it and do whatever you want.
If you had the $2 million, would you
buy Vinnie Vincent?
Would you buy Vinnie Vincent?
No.
Or would you go to
Would
White
you
Castle?
buy Wu-Tang?
Yeah, that's a better bet.
Go to White Castle instead.
Here's another one. It's
legendary
album for me, and a lot of people. We've talked about Ozzy on this show a lot, and I love Black Sabbath. But a lot of people, I got to keep the name alive that there was a Black Sabbath after Ozzy.
Right,
there was a guy named Ronnie James Dio that joined the band in 1980, and this is the album Heaven and Hell.
Yep.
And where were you when you first heard this? Wow. Where were you when you first heard that Ozzy was no longer with Black Sabbath?
I believe I'd still be in high school. I think.
Wow.
I think.
Were
Right.
people like freaked out.
I'm trying to remember the year.
I mean, 1980.
I was still in high
did
school.
Did people freak out? Like, what do you mean? The guy from
Yeah.
Rainbow is now the singer for Black
Yeah,
Sabbath?
it was very confusing. But it was
How long
just like
did he sing for them?
3 years.
And
I
then
was
he
gonna say,
left
then
and
he
came
went
back,
Dio.
didn't he?
Then he went to Dio solo, and then
Yeah.
he came back to Black Sabbath.
Black
for a while.
Sabbath.
Now, the story I have about Ronnie James Dio, real quick, is I was doing overnights at WRF, and my good friend Jim Lazak was vacationing in Mexico. And he went off the beaten path to some little cantina,
Oh, no.
right? And he's there, and who comes in but Ronnie James Dio
Whoa.
and his band.
In the middle of another country.
So,
Wow.
of all the things to do, Jim goes, "Hey, wouldn't you like to talk to Screamin Scott and WRF in
Oh, yeah,
Detroit?"
sure.
So Ronnie's like, "Sure." And he called me up, and it's like, and just that voice, I could still remember the voice. It's like, "Screamin Scott, Ronnie James Dio."
That's pretty good.
I was It's like, holy cow.
I love
And then I
that.
asked him, and at that very moment, I asked her, I said, "Hey, what are you up to? What are you planning on in the future?" And he says, "I just talked to Tony Iommi,
Wow.
and we're going to do a Black Sabbath reunion."
Wow.
And
Wow.
I went on the air with it, and everything is like, had the recording of it, him saying that and everything. And
That's
then
a
it's
great
like
album,
3
too.
months later,
Great album.
3 months later, we got the,
Dehumanizer, was that?
no,
the
no,
one,
the
92
3
or
months, we got the word that the cancer.
Oh, this was the later 2000s. Yeah. Right.
So the chances of them doing it just, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But
From what I hear, he was always like the nicest guy to the fans.
Oh, yeah.
And was just like the nicest, nicest person.
seeing Ronnie James Dio at Harpo's concert theater, oh my
Wow.
God, that was amazing.
This one
That's
is
a good one.
another where a different singer holds a more important place in my heart with this band. A lot of people think of Iron Maiden with Bruce Dickinson, but a lot of people don't know that the first two albums, Iron Maiden self-titled, and this one, Killers, had the singer Paul Di'Anno, who recently passed away.
Right.
And what do you have any memories of when first hearing about or seeing Iron Maiden live or on the radio? Or
saw Iron Maiden once. I'm trying to remember the venue though. I don't know if it was Joe Louis or not. I'm not particular. I remember seeing the concert, but what I remember is being a DJ at a roller rink, and this really tall kid that was always skated, but he wore a leather jacket at the time. I'd play all this, I was playing all sorts of funk and everything like this, and he brought this album up to me. He says, "Dude, you got to play this." So,
can you imagine?
and I was like, "When can I play this?" He's like, "Well,
crazy.
when the guys skate real fast, it's called hot dogs." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Throw a track on." It's like, "Okay, cool." And that's how I remember.
Do you remember the reaction?
That was, oh yeah, the kid, they loved it.
Did they?
Yeah, especially the kid with the leather jacket. Was
Of
like,
course.
Love the artwork on that.
Yeah. Good pick.
Next one is 1979, I believe. Great live album. Your memories of first hearing or checking out Judas Priest for the first time.
I've seen them
Yes.
You've seen him live?
at Incarceration.
Really?
Yep.
I have not seen Judas Priest.
Yes.
I would love to.
Some of my Green Monolith, she's on here.
Green
One of my favorite. Exciter.
Diamonds and Rust, one of my
Victim
favorites.
of Changes.
Yep. Very, very nice gentleman in person. He was, and just hearing him say "Screamin Scott," he did a couple of intros for my show, and for the Midnight Metal and everything. Like, and just amazing. Picking him up at the airport too is another treat, which is it's like coming into the studio.
Awesome.
But the thing that amazes me is he's still going.
Yeah,
still.
Would you ever bet on that?
Going.
Oh, he's
And-
one of the best.
and I believe,
leads
that you've seen.
headliners at
Oh,
the
yeah.
Metal Fest. I was
And
at.
I believe he's helping out William Shatner with his heavy metal album.
Oh my
William
God.
Shatner's doing a heavy metal album.
Yeah, he's doing it.
At
Where is it?
98.
Yep, 98,
Wow.
and he's got Zakk Wylde.
Oh my
Well, I was
God.
gonna say, so I
Yeah.
haven't seen or heard any of this thus far. The only
Mhm.
even adjacent thing I've seen, I've never gotten to see Ozzy. I've seen Zach Sabbath,
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's good.
and
Zakk
the
Wylde,
Native Howl
Mhm.
was opening for him, and that's a local band that I follow. So I've seen Zakk Wylde play
Awesome.
a lot of the Black Sabbath songs under that
Cool.
tour, but up until Judas Priest, I have not been able
It's
to
so
see
funny
any of these guys live.
Because back in the 80s, you stayed in your genre.
Yeah.
And you didn't go
Mhm.
out of it.
Yeah.
But I would always buy stuff because I was more of the new wave and stuff, but I would
Mhm.
buy stuff like
Yeah.
the Motley Crue, and I just wouldn't tell my friends
Yeah.
and listen to it.
Well, that's why I love the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High so much,
Mhm.
because it was all that clique. You had the ones that
Yep.
listen to Cheap Trick, the ones that are
Yep.
listening to Blondie, the ones at Cars and the
Yeah.
Pat
Now my
Benatar's.
genre
you
is
know.
talent.
Yeah, I mean,
Me, it's just memories.
Yeah.
Just
so this
oh my
guy,
God.
in my opinion, this band, there would be no Metallica if it was not for this band.
Right.
There wouldn't be new bands today like Ghost if it wasn't for the influence of this guy, King Diamond,
Mhm.
Merciful Fate. This album's called Melissa, came out in 1983.
I remember this.
And
Yeah.
there's King Diamond
Yeah.
right there. And
Right in the
all the
middle.
cool art and satanic imagery and what. God, what I
Don't play it
I
backwards.
would love to be alive, or old enough when this came out to first
What
see
was
it.
her name? The one who always wanted to break the albums. I can't remember.
Black Funeral. I remember watching it at Hard Post Concert
Oh
Theater.
my
Oh my
God.
God, it was just amazing.
Wow.
That's a good looking album cover.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
that's classic. Always in my house as a kid. Always available.
I did a joke on the radio just the other day. They always accused the Eagles, Hotel California, having backwards
Yeah.
messaging.
That is my absolute
And
favorite
so
album.
I did a
I like it
joke.
too.
I I recorded my voice and then I reversed it. And what I said is, you ever wondered what this was? And you hear, yeah, it's not. I said, this is what the Eagles were really telling you. And I reversed it. It said, you're ruining your record needle.
Yep.
You're ruining your record needle.
Yeah. No one ever
But
thought
Hard
Because
about
you
that.
know people did. They
Yeah.
sat there and moved it backwards.
Yeah.
That would
The
really
Beatles.
ruin it.
It completely did.
The Beatles.
How do you
Beatles
think
White
scratching
Album.
started?
The Beatles White Album. I sat with Revolution 9
Oh, did you?
and just
Best album.
Yes.
Speaking of Ozzy Osbourne, here's
Mhm.
Diary of a Madman, my favorite Ozzy
Best
Osbourne
album.
Yep.
I like this one even better than the first album. I just think this one is just balls to the walls. Heavy. Randy
Mhm.
Rhoads on guitar, such a
Okay.
legend.
So can I tell you,
Mhm.
Tribute to Randy Rhoads is my favorite song in the whole
Oh,
world.
yeah.
Oh, the album,
Yeah, or the
live album, yeah,
the
it's
live
great.
album.
This one,
Mhm.
you know the memory I have of this one? A concert venue up north called Castle Farms. Got to see this tour with Blue Oyster
Come
Cult.
on.
With Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh my God.
It was amazing. Castle Farms was this castle, and they had stages and I don't even know if it's even still open
Wow.
anymore, but such an incredible venue. I mean, can you imagine a castle in the background with the stage and Ozzy playing
Yeah.
in front of you? It was
Jeez.
just
So
amazing.
at this past concert, did you get a T-shirt at all?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. It was the same T-shirt as
Oh,
this
you
one.
got
Yeah.
the cover, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the same
I
cover as
love it,
this.
yeah.
Off their
Legendary.
newest, off the last
I have the
concert.
Funko pop
Yeah.
of the album cover.
Yeah. I mean,
Kind of-
but before you had to take out a second mortgage to get a T-shirt, you know,
Yeah.
we all. I mean, you knew
Yeah.
who went to the
Mhm.
concert the next day in school
Mhm.
when they walked down the hallway. It's like, hey,
And yeah, did you ever think when you guys were teenagers, did you ever think a beat up vinyl record like this in 2026 would cost you $30?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, there's more expensive too.
But what was neat is I forget which was the Black Sabbath.
Mhm.
Got to meet Ozzy backstage, and it was real quick. Right? Everyone trying to take a picture. I know he was tired and everything, but a gentleman from the record label had these disposable cameras, and he's taking the pictures. And when it came time for me to take a picture with Ozzy,
Oh, no.
the camera jammed, and
Of course it did.
Ozzy is yelling as he's taking the
Oh,
pictures,
my
like,
God.
"Would you take the boy of my picture?" And
In the last
so it's me like, and Ozzy's yelling.
I mean, that's
So,
fitting. He was always
My friend
so-
Bones was also I that's where I had met Jim Bones, was at that same concert, and we were backstage.
It wasn't at the one in Pine Knob, just
Yeah, it was
It
not,
was
not
that
this
one,
last
not
one.
this
it
last
was-
one.
I got two more quick ones left.
Okay.
Obviously, this is such an influential album to all, like I said, Metallica and all these, Thrash X, Megadeth, Anthrax from the 80s always looked up to these guys. And
ABBA?
another
Rainbow.
Ronnie James Dio
Oh.
pick is Rainbow
Just
live on stage. Richie Blackmore,
Yeah.
Ronnie James Dio, Cozy Powell on drums.
God, right? Dio got around.
Yeah, he was
Mhm.
the man.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah,
You
yeah. it's-
remember buying any Rainbow albums?
Oh yeah,
or-
I've got this one too. It's not as pristine as this one. Mine looks like I tossed it around the basement a few times, but it was just amazing. You had to have. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a criteria and stuff when you listened to the good
Hard rock,
music
yeah.
and hard rock.
I gotta
and
borrow
this-
some of these.
This
Yeah, good. See, this is why I'm doing this.
Yeah,
This is a lesson
yeah.
for everybody.
Mhm.
this is the lesson
That-
you must
Ah.
have
the
This-
playbook. I'm showing you the playbook.
Yeah.
Here's your homework.
Good
The
choice.
next one you have, I like.
Last one, yeah.
Oh my God.
Another live album from around the same time is a band called UFO.
Oh,
The
yep.
album called
Mhm.
Strangers in the Night.
That's a good album.
And this had Michael Schenker on guitar. And
Which is
wow,
amazing.
I mean, if you love hard rock, this gets no better than this. So I don't know if you had any
Mhm.
Yeah.
memories of first hearing.
Michael Schenker is one of my favorite guitar players. His Michael Schenker solo album, Are You Ready?
Oh yeah, fantastic.
But this is good. I mean, Eddie Trunk, he's also a great radio personality as well as on social media. Also, this is his all-time favorite band. He can't stop talking.
Yeah, I
about
know
this
there
band.
was a couple of
But-
occasions where Eddie Trunk brought up on a show that
Yeah.
there was 2 times that Slash visited Eddie Trunk's studio, and both times Slash stole the Strangers in the Night CD from the radio station and pocketed it.
That's
because he
funny.
loved it so much.
Yep. This has Z-Rock all over it. You know,
Oh yeah.
because we used to
Rock
play.
Bottom,
Yep.
Dr. Doctor,
Everything. Good
Lights
choice.
Out.
Yeah.
So there you go. Well, thank you for looking.
Lights
that
Out
That
was
was
great.
awesome. That,
Yeah.
I knew
That's
that
a
he
good
would.
pick.
I knew that any one of those I
Yeah.
could hold up, and he would have an awesome story about every
Yeah.
one. So thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
You see me going here thinking because there's a song on Tribute to Randy Rhoads that is my favorite. I can't remember the name of it.
The slower one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Revelation Mother Earth.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Damn, I
Here-
can't remember the name.
Here we're talking about all this
I could start
great.
taking you to trivia.
Oh,
Here-
I'll beat anybody.
Here we're talking about all this great metal.
Uh,
You know, it's like, oh my God, Kiss, Montrose,
Yeah.
Rainbow, Ronnie James Dio. And what album did I pick up at the record show recently?
which one?
Oh no.
A double album with the best of Judy Garland.
Hey, why not?
I just love her voice. It was just
You know what
amazing.
that tells me? That you love music.
Oh yeah.
No,
It
I love all
doesn't
me.
fall
But
within a
also in
genre.
that same
Mhm.
record show, I picked up the Forever album from
Mhm.
Bittersweet Alley.
Okay.
Yeah, I had
BSA was such an awesome band.
Yeah.
I had a
I
friend of mine send me a text because I went and saw Marilyn Manson
Mm.
with who opened for them?
Falling in reverse.
No, Slayer.
Oh,
Marilyn
wow.
Manson and Slayer.
That's a double
And then the
bill.
very next week,
They
I went and saw
almost made
Sarah
this
Brightman.
Mhm.
And then the very next week, I went and saw Throwing Muses. And people are like, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
When I was at Z Rock, we broke Marilyn Manson, first ones to play him and everything. And the program director had this wonderful idea before the show is have Thanksgiving dinner with Marilyn Manson.
Oh.
I remember
So yeah, so we have our winners and stuff, and it was at, I believe, some hotel in Troy. I believe the memory eludes me, but again, full spread and everything.
Was he there?
Yeah, he
full
was there,
makeup?
the full band, everything, and they started a food fight.
Was he in full
It
makeup?
was a, oh yeah,
Full makeup.
He didn't appear without makeup for a while when he first started. Like, he
Well,
was kind
I'm
of
gonna tell you.
always in his little persona there.
I love Marilyn
Eyeballs.
Manson,
Yeah.
but the man needs to change up his concerts.
yeah, but the
I
the
just
first
saw him last year finally
Mhm.
live, and he was excellent.
Was he behind the
He's-
pulpit?
No, he was out. He's in better
Yeah.
shape again. He
Good.
got, he's back in peak
Because I saw him
form.
4 times in a year.
but
I liked
what-
him live when he was called Alice Cooper. I thought
Good answer. Good
Alice, that's
But
funny.
I fell in love with Marilyn Manson when he did that Top Hat song. Is
Uh-huh.
it Top? And he included Charles Nelson Riley in the song.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh.
So I'm old enough to know the Croft Super Show, and I'm sure you do too.
Mhm. We got most of our
we're aging
music.
ourselves
know.
up here.
Most of
a
our
little
music
bit.
came from that, came from Top of the Pops, came
Yeah.
from all the TV shows.
Yeah.
Or we would go to the record store and literally be there all day reading the back of vinyl
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
to see what producers did what and
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
That's how you figured out what
That's
you
Yeah.
did.
weren't able to look it up and
Yeah,
go,
if this
oh,
guy
Yeah.
produced this album, well, he must have done a good job on this one.
Right.
too.
Then-
The guy played drums
Then
on
they
this
came
one.
out in CDs, and we were like this.
Yeah, then you
Uh-huh.
couldn't see it anymore. Yeah.
and I ran
Then
them.
we got lyrics.
Yeah.
I ran the music. I ran Warehouse Music, the San Francisco or the California district,
Mhm.
and it was a big change
Yeah.
going from vinyl to,
Yeah.
to
Remember-
CD.
Remember when CDs
Woo.
came out and there was
They were double
the
packed.
the
Mhm.
big long
Yep.
cardboard box.
Yep, and it had all the stickers all over it that so
Wow.
they go off when you walk out.
Oh, man.
Mhm. But you know what? Cassettes are making a comeback
Yeah.
as
We
well.
got a
Yeah.
lot here. A lot
Yeah.
of good ones here.
But anyways, thank you so much for
Oh,
being a part.
big
This is
time.
awesome, and for Roberto for bringing those.
Yes.
You picked some good ones.
Mhm.
I
Would
think
you say
so.
one of your best
And
is
like
in
I
there?
said, everyone do their homework. Go back.
Stay
rewind,
tuned
watch
next
this.
week. when he brings in his albums.
Oh, when I bring in my albums. Well, you could probably
Yeah.
pick where you were from those as well.
I would like to.
Well, I saw at the
I'll be
front.
at home watching.
Yeah.
At the front, I saw that you have a Smith's The Queen is Dead
Ooh.
album.
Yeah, it is up
Mint
there.
condition.
Mint
And,
condition.
Maybe
Okay,
I might be working
so
for free today.
I do like I do like the Smiths. I'm putting a caveat in there. I love the Smiths and I love Morrissey's first out solo, but the man is we met him. Well,
Right.
kind of. We were at the real quick, and then people are going.
Yeah.
We were at the Cruel Festival because the first one was him who did it all and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you, 84-year-old Deborah Harry rocked the fucking stage.
Wow.
She did.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we were VIP and we're walking back, and Steve's like, "Isn't that Morrissey right there?" And I looked up and I go, "Yeah." And he was walking with another woman there, and they were going from booth to booth to make sure that there was no meat being served. And as people walked toward, like as he was walking towards people were doing this. Wow, staying away from him. And to me, if you can't be approachable just to even say hi, then I have a problem. I get that.
It comes along with that is people running.
And you're at a festival, you're trying to promote,
Right?
And you're going around being the food police.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
But anyways, Bauhaus performed there.
That would be my wish list, to have a hamburger with Paul McCartney.
Oh, would it?
Yeah, he can eat the veggie burger as I'm eating the new McGrill.
Oh, is he a vegetarian too? Or a vegan?
McArch, is that? Yeah,
I like
the
meat
big
too.
McArch. I just had that. It's like, yeah, that's actually not bad.
What's that?
What is the last live concert everyone has seen? The most recent.
Alison Moyet.
Okay.
Chit.
You can't. Well, that you've seen,
Actually,
that wasn't you.
Last concert would be Motor City Josh and the Big Three.
Oh, nice.
I guess maybe Metallica the last time they were here. It's been a while, so I
The last-
start going to more shows. I know.
Get out and
If I
support
have to
local
think
music.
of the last like big name that I saw, because a lot of people don't know who Alison Moyet is. The big name I saw would probably have to be Ozzy.
Wow. Yeah. There you go.
You know what I mean? So,
I
and
think-
I am so fortunate I got to see one of his
course.
last.
I think mine was the Brett Michaels, Night Ranger. Trying to remember all the bands that were on that thing, but it was amazing.
Do you like Deborah Harry?
Yes. Oh,
my
big
God,
time.
she was so good in concert. The
But
woman's voice.
The thing
sounded
that
fine.
sticks in my mind is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, when the other band members that were with her in the beginning weren't allowed to play. It's like, come on, Debbie, you say, can't you be nice? You can let us play. It's like, right, you should have thought about that.
Yeah, that doesn't
guy did it
surprise
right
me.
on the
You know
podium.
who opened for
Yeah,
her?
yeah. It's like, oh my God.
We saw her in Royal Oak several years before that.
With me.
With you, that's right.
Yeah.
And do you know who else played with her? X.
Wow.
Wow.
And they put on a hell of a show. Remember
Yeah,
X?
I'd never heard of them before.
Yeah,
She was
X was great.
telling me about them,
But
I was like, all right.
I'm like, I about flipped out when I
Yeah.
saw it was X.
Well, there's one concert I would like to see, and I think they're coming, but I don't know. But I'd always wanted to see a craft work show.
Whoa.
Oh, I have
yeah,
seen
that
them
would be-
twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Wow.
they're all different members now.
Oh,
Now, are they coming or?
I haven't heard if they're coming. They come a lot.
Yeah.
They come here a lot. Kraftwerk is really, really good, and it's extremely technical. And they match the music to the lights, and it is phenomenal.
wow.
And I've seen them twice. I saw them in '89, and I saw them in 2000.
That's on a bucket list.
Yeah, my bucket list is Annie Lennox.
Oh
half,
yes.
Half of my bucket
Yes.
list died already.
Some of mine did. I wanted to see who Big Balls, AC/DC,
AC/DC. Right.
but he died, didn't he? The lead singer?
No, Brian
No,
Johnson. No,
Brian Johnson.
But Brian Johnson's
Still
alive.
alive.
Bon Scott died
Okay,
when we were in high
but
school.
they don't even turn it. They don't tour anymore, do they?
Yeah, they
Oh, I have
they
not
came around
heard.
last year.
I would love to see AC/DC. Big Balls is one of my favorite songs.
Mhm.
We played that at my wedding along with Beat on the
We
Brat.
play that in Chet.
Jason
Oh,
walked
do
down
you?
the
Yes,
aisle
it's
with
amazing.
baseball.
It's
No,
really-
we played it in the dance floor. We did walk down the aisle too. Beat on the Brat with the baseball bat.
There you go.
You were there.
Trash on society. God's gifted ballroom notoriety.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, well, and back before I was really buying my own concert tickets,
Uh-huh.
I said my first show was, New Kids on the Block. I think I saw Blink 182 when I was in high school.
Never
A
saw
couple
either.
Other small, but once I started saying like, oh, who I plan on seeing Michael Jackson, Madonna.
I saw Madonna. Don't waste your money.
Brooks, Rolling Stones. Like these were when I was probably like 11 or 12.
Have you seen
this
Madonna?
was like my bucket.
No.
And then
Not
Michael
Paul,
Jackson
yeah,
died,
yeah.
and then Garth Brooks retired.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see him again until
I
I
saw
got
Elton
divorced.
John.
That was my own.
Yeah, I saw Elton
present
John
to
and Billy
myself.
Joel in the same concert.
I met
never
Michael
saw
Jackson
him.
for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Never saw him in concert, but Elton John I saw. And who was I just talking about? Oh well.
Gone.
Morrissey, Annie Lennox.
Annie Lennox.
Oh, I would die to see Annie Lennox. No, Ramones. Like Steve got to see Ramones. He got to see Divine.
Wow.
Divine.
Wow.
You know who I'm talking about,
I
right?
got to see the Trash Brats
Did you?
in
See,
their
I wanna
heyday.
I
In
got
their
to see
heyday.
I got to see the Dead Boys.
Oh,
Wow.
I did.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great one.
And did you know? And I know we're going way over, but did you know that that I watched this documentary on punk in the 80s in LA, and every rose has its thorn. Help me here.
Poison.
No,
Bret Michaels.
No, that's not who I'm talking about. Isn't that awful? I can't
That
think.
must be, yeah.
I have the shirt. Guns N' Roses.
Oh,
No.
Guns N' Roses started out as a punk band, but couldn't get signed. And they hung out with like the likes of Susie and the Banshees, The Cure, all of them. And they were doing songs, and they were watching Susie get picked up. They were watching The Cure get picked up. They were watching all these other bands get picked up. And somebody came to them and handed them a song that was more metal.
Right.
And said, try this. And finally, after all those years of trying to play those, like the alternative stuff, they played, I can't remember what song it was, but it's on Amazon, the documentary, and they blew up.
Huh. Well, you were at the auto show. You had to have seen the Twisted Tarantulas.
Oh, I love the Twisted. Oh, are you kidding? We saw them. I've been every damn car show in the world you guys play. I love that.
And what I'm still waiting for, I'm hearing rumors that they're going to play again, is Elvis Hitler.
Oh, really?
Elvis Hitler. It's amazing.
I thought they stopped playing.
I saw something online that said it looked like they were in
Oh,
the
they might.
verges of-
You never know.
Great
Anyways.
show. Unbelievable show. if you
Well, I
haven't
could
seen
go
it.
on for hours talking about music, but we could absolutely. Maybe I'll invite you back.
Stay tuned next week.
Yep. Next week we may have Lena Allure, which is Detroit's top burlesque dancer.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm in talks with her right now, and if she can't do until the following week, then we were going to have a recap of our trip and just a Easter show.
Quick plug: we are playing at the Octopus's Garden
Where is
for
that?
Rock the Dock. You remember where the Gibraltar Trade Center is? When you split off on Gratiot.
That's right.
Great restaurant
yeah.
bar on the water.
Oh, okay.
Cool
Looking
little
place.
boat.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
okay.
just about to open. We're doing a big festival called Rock the Dock, and we are playing there this upcoming
Shoot me some
Saturday.
information on it because I'll post it with
Yeah,
this.
definitely.
I
So-
want to say they're doing a fundraiser for Rosie's as part of that too.
Oh, are they really?
Cat Cafe, I think so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll-
We do a lot with different places around here.
Mhm.
So,
You'll get to hear us play some Beatle classics too.
oh, perfect. Anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you. This
And
is amazing.
you know, the thing is coming out, and you've all been hearing us talk about it forever, but
I won't be on it.
it is
Real
available to
icon.
watch. It is available to watch right now on Relay. And if you don't have Relay, get it because it's got a lot of cool stuff. You can watch it on Farsome, which is Fire Stick, and Roku. But it does drop at the end of the month on Amazon Prime
It's amazing.
and then the beginning of April it will be dropping on Hulu. It will be dropping on YouTube TV as well as Apple TV and one other one I can't think of.
Fire Stick.
We're everywhere.
Well, Fire TV is every time I type in Fire Stick, it changes it to Fire TV for some reason. But we are having a gala.
Fireball.
We're having a premiere gala that he'll be putting together a little clip for at the Detroit Historical Museum. Thank you so much, Detroit Historical Society, for believing in us and holding the premiere gala at the Detroit Historical Society on May 1st. And you'll be hearing. Well, we're not going to be black tie, but it is going to be evening wear. Black tie would involve Steve getting a tux.
An excuse to go to the Peacock.
I know, but there will be a discussion panel with the icons that are in the Icon series, as well as a discussion panel on the creators of the Icon series, us. So I'm excited about it. You will get an invite.
Cool.
So pay attention. Go on Relay. Go on Farsome, Fire Stick, or Roku, and you can watch them now. So
Till then,
Yep.
be good
So-
to yourself, be good to others, and God willing, we will all see you soon.
next Tuesday. Okay, you want to go up and stop
I said,
it?
what do
Just
I
hit
press?
end stream. There's
Like-
an end button
End
right there.
stream. So, anyways, we will see you
As
next
they
Tuesday.
do in the movies. And